Hi guys, good morning all of you. Hope all of you can hear me. Anyone guys, can you please confirm is I'm audible? Is I'm audible guys? Right guys, thank you guys. So guys, thanks all of you guys, thanks for confirmation. So let's continue from the last discussion guys. In the last discussion, we have been got discussed just if one more thing guys, if anybody has been joined for the today's class, if today is your first class, so yesterday I have just taken just one session I have been got taken actually guys. So in that particular session I have just given some introduction, not any technical concepts I didn't discuss it guys. It is completely only just a small introduction, like what is our course, that is our full stack data science. So as I said that, which is going to be 3 to 4 days, we'll be having a demo sessions will be there. So you can attend it at a free of cost. So after that, you can get registered. That we'll discuss it later. So the idea here is like, what is our data science course contains, why we call it as a full stack data science, what exactly meaning of full stack. Okay, and some questions like different questions that people has been asked. Sir, will you teach the chat? Will you teach that particular chat GPT? So absolutely, like why we are going to discussing and what is simple to understand, what is machine learning, a little bit idea. It's not technically we didn't discuss about that. So this is what I have been discussed in the yesterday's class, guys. This is what we can see on the screen. Just this is what I have been got discussed. A few discussions I have been got done. Like I have been told about like what is meaning of an full stack. So in a project, whatever the skills that are required to work in a particular project, so all the skills that are going to be gets required. For example, if you want to work on a data analysis project, so a little bit knowledge of SQL, Python or R, a reporting tools, writing some kind of a shell scripts are going to be required. So some kind of a skill. So you should be aware about all these things. Why? What is the reason also? I have been discussed about that. Like I told you some of the skills, like if you want to work with a full stack data science project, so you should be knowing about machine learning, deep learning, NLP, AI, big data. While discussing about big data, we have to work with shell scripts and Unix commands are required. Power BI, Git and GitHub is required. Cloud is requirement. Deployment is going to be required. Okay, and some kind of when cloud-based services are there. Some languages like Power BI and Python and R, something like that. All these are going to be some of the skill sets that are required. Previously, data science means only machine learning, but now data science means it is a complete full stack data science. And apart from that, I just given some introduction to what is machine learning. So simple to quick review the understanding. So if I ask, like if anybody asks you like, will it rain tomorrow? How do you decide it actually? We don't do any tossing a coin. If I toss the coin, if it is result is head, it will be rain. It does not rain. I cannot say like that. So what has been happened in the past? If you analyze the past day, whatever the last 5 days, if you see, so 4 days it was rain, one day it was no rain. So 80% chances that it will rain. 40% chances that it does not rain, something like that, we can do that. And even I have given a simple example to understand this actually. A simple example to understand we have been discussed about, like in a banking loans department. So how the banks will decide to whom the loan should be given and to whom the loan should not be given. Loan approval. It is completely based on a machine learning concept actually, guys. Why it is a machine learning concept here is, we want to study the past customers data. How do you decide? So we don't know who is a customer, what is this, we know everything, data is there with us. We have his CIBIL score, we have his personal details, everything is with me. But how do you decide whether to give the loan, whether not to give the loan? So in the past, whatever the past customers data is there, I will analyze the data. Once if you analyze the data, we are going to understand some kind of a patterns. Some pattern will be there actually, guys. As I said that, some pattern will be there. Data, every data is going to tell you a story. That's why we call it as a storytelling skills. It is called as an storytelling skills. So getting some insight from the data. Every data is going to give you some story. So understanding the story itself is your data science and machine learning concept. But who is going to do that? It is going to be done by the machine. Machine is going to do that actually, guys. So simple to make you understand, I told you. give the past data to the machine. Machine is going to study the data and it is going to give you some kind of an insights. Based on the insights, we can do the prediction. Analyze the past customers data. It will give you some insights. Based on these insights, we can decide to whom I should give the loan, to whom I should not give the loan. We can decide it practically. So being the machine is learning from the data, we are going to call it as a machine learning. Actually, I didn't give any technical definition, guys. What is data science technical definition? I didn't use. What is machine learning technical definition? I didn't use. It is only just like it's not just like a demo session, which is only to make you understand. It is only just to make you understand, which is going to be what is data science, what is machine learning. So we have been taken only that basic discussions only. I have been taken it actually, guys. Okay. So that's it. That is what I have been discussed in the yesterday's class, guys. If anybody having any, if you have missed the classes, don't worry. The 1 hour session, guys, hardly 1 hour session was taken. So hardly 1 hour. In that 40-50 minutes only have been taken actually. It's like a discussion. It's not completely from my side. Some people has raised their own questions. I have been explained those. I clarified some of the doubts, like how much duration, all these things I have been clarified that. And apart from that, technically also I have been discussing some something like, will you teach Power BI completely advanced? Will you teach complete Power BI? As I said that, I explained that what we are going to learn, how we are going to learn the particular Power BI. And some other questions also has been came. Some technical questions I have been answered. So don't worry, you will get the recording video of the yesterday's session. My team will send you a follow-up link to you. So in the follow-up link, you will be having the whatever that particular videos will be there. You can just watch the videos and you can understand what has been happened in yesterday's class. Yes. Yes, Krishna. So I'll explain the course content also. I'll explain. Krishna, have you attended the yesterday's class? Because yesterday I have been shared the content actually. That's why I'm just, I want to clarify. Do you want to explain the content or do you want to share the content? Krishna. Okay, I'll explain. Have you attended yesterday? Okay, I'll explain that. Okay, sure. Okay, then I got it. So to clarify that only, I'm just asking you. Okay, fine, guys. Okay, fine. Guys, just before going to the discussion for the today's class, today also, I don't want to make much things practical or something discussions. I told you some examples also actually, guys. So I told you like what are the examples also. I told you one example like in voter cards, how it is going to be gets done. I think I have been explained about that. I think not in your class. Okay, no worries. We'll leave that actually. We'll come back to that. So this is going to be what we have been got discussed as part of your yesterday's class. Yeah, guys. Anybody, guys? Any questions if you have? Any technical questions? Not like a duration course content. There are non-technical questions. If you have any technical questions, I can just spare some 5-10 minutes of time, and then I can start with the next discussions. If you have any questions. So feel free to discuss, guys. It will be, I can explain it because I told you clearly, I was highly expertise in this, almost all 20 years of experience on the data itself, and almost all 6-7 years experience on this data science technologies. I can talk anything about that. What are the latest trends that are happening? Everything I can discuss about that. Right. I have enrolled for the course yesterday. Could you please share the material? Yes, I'll share it. Okay, prerequisite to statistics, very well. Okay. Will AI take over the data science jobs? Okay, fine. Okay, I'll clarify them, guys. Okay, I'll just at the end of the session, I will clarify because all these are some non-technical discussions. So I will explain them. Okay, I'll explain them. I'll take up all your questions. Right. Fine, guys. So today, we are going to just go into some technical definitions. We'll go for a technical definition. We are going to going actually, guys. Okay. So as I said that, as we have been started with the data science, actually I told you data science contains so many core areas like machine learning, deep learning, AI, NLP, so many things are there. So let us start with, I already started with machine learning. So as I said, the data was fed to the machine. Machine is going to learn from the data with the help of some algorithms. Today, I'll talk about those algorithms only. Machines are going to study with the help of the algorithms. And based on that, it understand what it has been studied, what it has been learned. We'll get it like an insights. Based on the insights, we can do some kind of a prediction. That is what I have been explained in the last class. So today we'll see some technical aspects about the machine learning. A little bit technical aspects. We'll see that actually. Okay. So what is machine learning actually, guys? So I'm writing a shortcut. I don't want to write machine learning. I will write it like an ML. Actually, machine learning was there from last so many decades of time, guys. Almost all 60, 50, 60 years back only it was started. But we started hearing, I heard about this machine learning almost all in year 2016, around 2016, 2015, I started hearing about this data science course. Before that, big data was there. After that, I started hearing about the data science. Hardly from 2016, I started hearing about this data science and machine learning concepts. I started hearing in 2016. A little bit at 2017, it was started a little bit slowly. It was started actually, guys. Almost all by 2019, it has become very, very popular. So many implementations, so many things, so many success stories. They started talking about that. But when this actually started, guys, a little bit history I'm talking about that. Machine learning was actually started around in the year 1959. Around in 1959 only, these computer experts started thinking about machine learning. These computer experts, what they thought is, why every time you are writing a program, why every time you are giving some instructions to the instruction to the computer, can't the machines can automatically see from all these decades of time, we are writing a program saying that how to find an even number. Wherever you go, any language you go, C language, C++, Java, .NET, anywhere you go, we are writing the same logic. Even we also has got some doubts. Sir, every time you are writing the code, so from so many years we are coding the same thing, machine cannot understand that. Same thing, even this computer experts also has got. So one of the expert, his name is Arthur Samuel. His name is Arthur Samuel, is actually the brain behind them actually, guys. Arthur Samuel, he was working in IBM at that time, and he was an expert in gaming and AIs. He is an expert in gaming applications and developing of AI systems. So he was expertise during that particular time. So in 1959, this Arthur Samuel, who is an employee in IBM, he started this particular, this machine learning is a word which was actually created, or it has been given by this person called as an Arthur Samuel. So what Arthur Samuel says is, according to his definition of machine learning, we are giving the ability, we are giving the computers giving the ability to learn, without much explicit coding. That means we are not giving any particular the coding to that. We are not writing any logics. We are only giving the ability. So I'm giving some ability, like same like human learning actually, guys. So we all went to the school. Let us say that as a childhood, as a child, at first classes, at first standard, second standard. In first standards and second standards, your IQs are not very high. Somebody has to explain, this is a process we have to do. How to do a multiplication of two numbers. How to do a addition of two numbers, which is going to be 99 plus, which is going to be, let us say 11. How much is a value? You cannot write like this now. 9 plus 1 is 10, 9 plus 1 is 10. You cannot write it. But if somebody teaches like this, we'll also follow the same standard. Isn't it? At first class and second class, we don't know whether that is correct or not. Somebody has taught us. If the taught us properly, we also understand correctly. So we have been taught not like this. 9 plus 1, we have to do this. It is 0, carry 1 here. 9 plus 1, 10. 10 plus 1 is going to be 11. Isn't it? Same as it is y multiplication of two-digit numbers. So according to Arthur Samuel, he also says the same thing. We are just giving the ability. We are giving the ability to the machines to learn without explicit coding. That is the definition of this particular, what is machine learning talks about. Okay, then you may get a question. The first question is, sir, you said that it is started in 1959. then why it has been became popular only after 2016? So you know that initially they started actually, but at that time it was only just able to do some simple operations like adding, subtraction, multiplication, division, and operators or operators. Only those things only they used to do it actually. Why? Because we know that one of the main reason is during the 1959s, you know that computing power, the computing power. That means what is the capability of the computers in 1959? We all of you know that the computers has been became, the computing power has been drastically increased only after in the 21st century, that too after 2010, 2012 only, this computing power has been drastically, it has been increased. So whenever we are talking about the history in the software industry, history means it is not like 400 years before, or it is not 50 years before, or not 60 years before. In software industry, as part of the current technology, if I talk about olden days means it is not 1950s, 1960s, isn't it? So it used to be simple before 2010 is history actually, guys. Why before 2010 is history here is before 2010, whatever the infrastructure we have is very far below than whatever the latest, whatever we are using the infrastructure now. So you know that before in 2010, approximately in 2010, if I talk about, so at that time, whatever the computer was there in 2010, whatever the computers are there, they are very far less than whatever the latest mobiles what we are using in 2020. So whatever the mobiles we are using in 2020 is going to be far better than, is a 10 times, 100 times better than whatever the computers we are using in 2010. Imagine in 2000, in 1960s and 1970s, how much is a computing power, isn't it? So this data science or machine learning has been became that much reality because is one of the success, one of the reason here is the computing power actually, guys. We know that one of the main today, what today we are enjoying the technology means it is mainly due to one of the computing technology is nothing but your cloud computing, right? Your cloud computing is going to be one of the basic reason today we are enjoying this much technology is it is really due to the cloud. If the cloud was not there, technology would not be this much advanced as of now, whatever we are seeing and whatever we are enjoying today, isn't it? So how our smart watches are working, how our smartphones are working, all of them are going to be really thanks to the cloud, isn't it? If really the cloud was not there, you know the differences. As I said that no, 10 years before. So 10 years before, for example, if I lost my mobile, all my contacts will be lost. All my photos, everything, whatever the data is lost. But now after the Google has brought all these particular, the Android, the Apple and all these things. So we know how the technology was changed. Even if you lost your mobile, if your mobile is damaged, get a new mobile. Just log in with your account, all your images, photos, documents, mails, everything, contacts, everything is going to be available there. Previously, do you know, we used to store an SD card. When SD card used to be there, we used to put that SD card. Whenever the mobile was damaged, put that SD card here. If it is lost, all your images, data, everything is lost actually. So really thanks to the cloud computing. So cloud computing, some kind of an hardware accelerators like GPUs, TPUs, all this has been it has been increased the computing power. Imagine 2020 the computer, how much computers are going to be there. And in 2020, how the mobiles was there. Just an example I'm telling about this, guys. RAM. How much RAM you used to use it actually, guys? In 2010, your computer RAM is hardly, it is going to be 4 GB. Hardly the computer RAM is 4 GB. It is very high. 2 to 4 GB we used to use it in 2010. Just at 10 years before, in 2010, in 2000, early 2000, if we talk about that, you don't believe it actually, guys. Maybe 2000 means, maybe some of you has been not yet born during that particular time. Maybe one or two people who has been recently freshers, if we talk about them, maybe if we talk anybody who is there after who has been graduated in 2023, hardly, I think so, your born year is going to be 2001, 2002, maybe approximately 20, 21 years. So you don't believe that because you didn't seen that. At 2000, in early beginning of 2000s, what is a RAM size actually, guys? It is RAM size of a computer is 128 MB. Imagine 128 MB is the size of a RAM. How much data you can process at a time? 128 MB. Now, even not a mobile is coming actually. Now, in 2020, the mobiles are coming with a minimum of 4 GB to 8 GB. Minimum 8 GB it has been become. Storage. What is going to be storage actually, guys? Hardly 20 to 40 GB we used to get it actually. 20 to 40 GB. Now, or 80 GB. Hardly in 80 GB it was there. Or maybe approximately. But now, as part of the 2020, you can see that minimum it is going to be 64.2, which is going to be 128 GB storage we are getting it actually. So 10-20 years back, whatever the computer capability is 10 times below than, almost 10 times below than whatever the mobiles we are using in the current, in the whatever the latest we are using it actually. So that much difference in the computing power. So computing power has been drastically increased. That is one of the reason why this particular data science has been became. The data science has been became this much popular. Why? Because it's data science or machine learning, whatever you're talking about. So it is really due to the computing power. Due to this computing power has been increased, we are able to develop a powerful algorithms. Actually, there are two reasons actually, guys. One is algorithms. Main important is algorithm only, guys. We call it as machine learning algorithms. Maybe sometimes you have been heard about now. So like sorting algorithms, while you're learning C, C++, we used to call it as sorting algorithms. Now, this is going to be what we call it as a machine learning algorithms. Mainly in our data science course, what we are going to learn, we have to learn algorithms. Which algorithms? A machine learning algorithms, a deep learning algorithms, an AI algorithms, and an NLP algorithms. So depending on the functionality, we use a different algorithms. Got the point? So there are different algorithms are there, which we are going to apply and we are going to solve the problem. What is an algorithm? Generally, we have an idea about algorithm. An algorithm is nothing but a sequence of steps. A sequence of steps to solve a particular problem is nothing but what we call it as an algorithm. So we know that no, while maybe if you have learned about C language or etc., we'll be having something called as a bubble sort. Something I was also not aware about that much, but I heard about that. What is a bubble sort, or what is going to be a linear which is going to be sorting? Something we have a names. Same as it is in our machine learning also, we have to learn these algorithms. Main important is algorithms only, guys. Why? Because these algorithms are basically used to make the machines to learn. Machines won't learn directly, guys. We will say, yes, this is a problem. This is what you have to learn with the help of this algorithm. So we should know what algorithms has to be used in which type of scenarios, how the algorithm will work, how to control the algorithms. So main important is, guys, you have to understand the algorithms. So my classes will take a little bit time. As I told you, mainly some reasons, right? Like one is going to be, it is going to be live coding classes. Because being it is going to be live coding classes, it is going to be nothing but we are going to be using, it will take some time. Every day I'll type the code. Every day I'll type the code. I don't copy the code from previous classes or make the coding to ready, and I'm not going to discuss about that. One is going to be live coding classes, and second thing is going to be nothing but mainly it is going to be understanding the algorithms. Understanding the algorithms. So if you find some training programs from others, let us say that what they will do is just no need to understand the algorithm. I clearly say that actually, guys, if I want, if I want, I can just simply say that I can make anybody to apply that. Applying a data science techniques and is very, very simple techniques only, guys. Applying is very simple. It's not like a programming language. Applying is a very, very simple. But if you want to control that algorithm, you should know the internals about the algorithms. You should know about the internals. Okay, it should know the internals about the algorithms. So mainly, I am going to explain all the internals about this particular algorithms. Every algorithm is going to be having some kind of a math behind them. Maths. I didn't simply show that. Don't simply explain the algorithm. This is how it will works. And I don't simply explain the particular concept. Internally, there is a math will be there. We'll explain the math behind them. As somebody is asked a question like, is statistics is going to be the prerequisite to learn this particular data science? How much extent it is going to be? Know the statistics very well. Yes, absolutely. But it is not going to be a complete need not to be an expertise. So we have some resources. I'll show you the resources actually. So I have a good resource with me. Resource means it is not developed by me. I'm going to take the help of. I'll share you this later. Don't worry about that. So this is the resource which I'm going to use it actually, guys. Actually, this site it is a blog which was created by a professor by the name called as Syed. His name, you can see Dr. Syed. His name is Dr. Syed. He is one of the professor in one of the US university, having almost 25 years of experience on the data science. So this is only going to give you only theoretical knowledge. Only theoretical. See how many topics are there actually, guys. How many topics are there? This is going to be the data science workflow. So these are going to be the data science workflow. Even I told you about those things. Understanding the problem definition, doing some data preparation, data exploration, modeling, evaluation, and deployment. All these are the techniques what we are going to use. Just why I'm showing you here is it only explains you the math. So this is your decision tree classification. It's one of the algorithm actually, guys. Don't worry, you don't understand anything about this. So here we have the history, how it will works. All these things will have a discussion. Every number to number calculations will be there like this. Okay, if you directly go to the website, you cannot understand it. Somebody has to explain it. Unless and until nobody explain, you can't understand it. So we are going to discuss about all these kind of a maths, but he only talks about theory, not about the practical. How to implement in Python, how to implement in R, it does not talk about that. Everything we are going to be gets working with the help of some resources we are going to work. What is going to be a linear regression? What is going to be a linear regression? What is going to be k-nearest neighbors? What is artificial neural networks? We'll see all these kind of an applications. We'll see them. But he will only talks only about a theory, but not about a practical concept. Not about the practical concept. He never talks about that. This is the data, or just every example, every concept will have a numbers we are going to discuss. I told you clearly, 80% I'm going to teach you, 20% you have to contribute it. So what is the 20% is? This is a 20% contribution. I'll explain. You have to study. Everything is a pen and paper work only. I'll ask you, take a notebook, take a pen, and everything you have to do it manually. Okay. So anyhow, yep, absolutely maths and statistics is required. But for that, you really don't need to worry about that. Okay, really don't worry about that. So I don't want to make you immediately, if I say that data science requires it, maths and stats means, immediately some of you people thinks that we learn very long back. So maybe can you recollect all of them? Can you learn it again? Absolutely, we can do it actually, guys. Absolutely, we can do it actually. Just in the morning class, just before your class, I have another class, which is almost all machine learning is about to complete. So just now, I can show you, this is just now I have been seeing that actually. So this is going to be just now, even if we have seen, this is a site which I have been opened actually. So if you can observe carefully, it is a statistical concept. If observe carefully in statistics, it's a concept of statistics only. It is a concept of sampling technique. It is a sampling technique. Bootstrap sampling is one of the technique. It's a part of a statistics. But understanding this bootstrap sampling is not a complicated one, because everyone has been studied some stats in our school days. In our almost all starting from 8th standard only we have been learned, isn't it? Statistics. In 10+2 we have been learning a little bit more and more stats we have been learning it actually. So don't worry about the maths and stats. Absolutely it is required. But how much extent it is required means that is to understand the algorithm. We don't write any formulas. We need not to write any formulation. You need not to write any code, nothing to do. All of them will be done by algorithms. But if you want to understand the algorithm, we should know what is the math behind them. Like as I said that, For example, if I take a decision tree algorithm, don't worry, a decision tree algorithm, we are going to be using a concept called as an entropy concept. I'm going to use. Yesterday also I talked about that. So entropy is nothing but one of the mathematical concept that is going to be required. What is that entropy? So you need not to worry about that. You need not to worry about that. What is that entropy? I'm going to explain this. I'll explain that. Okay. So every algorithm is going to be having some maths, one maths behind that. Every algorithm, linear regression. See, whenever I open any algorithm, you can find out there is going to be some maths behind them is going to be available. Every algorithm, if I open every algorithm, it is going to be having the maths is going to be there. Just give me a second. All right. If I open this site, I have been showing you actually. So we'll see, these are going to be nothing but your algorithms. These are all your analysis. As I told you, explaining the past. To understand the past, all this analysis is required. So some of them, you know it, guys. Pie chart, you know that. Bar chart, you know that. Minimum, maximum, mean, median, modes, you already know that. Ranges, you may be aware about that. Quantiles, you may not be aware. Variance, you know. Standard deviation, you have been known. But you have been learned a very long back. That's it. Histograms, we have been known. Box plots, you maybe never heard about that. What is a chi-square test? What is a bar chart? We know that. What is going to be scatter plot? We know. What is going to be jet test? What is going to be ANOVA? What is a t-test? Bars and line charts, you may be having about that. But these you never heard about that. These are all nothing but my algorithms only, guys. K nearest neighbors. K nearest neighbor is based on some algorithm, which is nothing but some mass distance. See, there is a mass is there. There is a mass is there. What is this particular mass represents? We have to understand it. I think explaining the distance between data points, if I explain, I think you are in a position to understand it actually. Isn't it? Because everybody has been learned it. Without having that, you cannot. So maths, you can see x minus minimum divided by max minus min. Why it is required? I'll explain that. What is a distance calculation? Already know the distance calculation. X1 minus y1 square, summation of I equal to 1 to k, square root of that. K is going to be nothing but the number of dimensions. If there are two dimensions, x1 minus y1 plus x2 minus y2 plus x3 minus y3, like that, k is nothing but number of dimensions, what we can say. There is a maths is there. If I talk about a decision tree, I've shown, as I told, when you go to the decision tree, it is an entropy concept will be there. What is entropy? Entropy using the frequency table. How do you calculate entropy? Why should I calculate entropy? What the entropy says? All these things, we'll have a look into that. Okay. So every algorithm is going to contain some mass behind them. So how much extent that is going to be required, that is going to be, we'll discuss in the class actually. You are not a math student at all. Hemant. Yes. What you have been learning in the 10+2 standard then? You are not from the math background at all? In 10+2, what is your branch? No problem. What about your 10+2? Have you done your 10+2 in MPC? Yes, then you have studied the math, right? Statistics you have been learned. Maybe you have been forgot about that. That's it. Everybody will learn statistics. Without the statistics, we never came outside actually. Okay. So in school days, at least in school days, you have been learning it actually. Absolutely. If you are from maths background, there is a statistics will be there. Without the statistics, we never come outside actually. Okay. So don't worry. You have been learned, or like mean, medians. Okay. What is a median? What is a mode? Okay. What is a cumulative distribution? Okay. I think you have been done all these things in our school days only. You have been done it actually. Isn't it? Yes, absolutely. Without doing that, you never, at least I'm clearly saying that no, it is going to be 10+2 standard maths actually, guys. 10+2 standard maths. Okay. Even I have been brought the 10+2, the 10+2 textbooks. Still, I have the books with me. I brought the books. I brought the 10+2 standard, the maths books I have been purchased. So 2 books I have been purchased. Total 4 books I have been purchased. First year 10+1, that is a first year A and B, and second year A and B. Total 4 books I have been purchased. I don't recommend to you to buy, because it is my for reference. I have to learn everything. I learn everything in depth only, guys. Generally, I'll do a lot of research. So generally, whenever I want to learn, because I have to explain you. Whenever I have to explain, I should have a deep knowledge about that. Without having a deep knowledge, just I cannot define, I cannot explain just the outline, I cannot describe, I cannot explain it. That's why I learn everything in depth to understand that. I'll buy the books. I have a huge library is there. Nowadays, I'm not buying the books actually because they're not selling the books as of now. Nobody's selling the books actually, guys. But I have I started my 2001, I have started 2003, I have started. I have a lot of books with me. Oracle books I have a lot of SQL Server books, business intelligence book, data science books. All of them is completely, there are going to be hard copies only. The paper bound books only I have been got buying actually. But nowadays, nobody's selling the books at all. Even when I go to these bookstalls also, I can find only the books on other subjects like engineering or medical. But on computer science, we don't have that many books are there. Nobody's purchasing, nobody's writing, and nobody's really, everything is coming as an soft copies only that are coming actually. But I prefer to buy the paper bound books because I buy this. I read from that particular textbooks only. So 10+2 standard books, if you want, you can just take from any of your friends or relatives, anybody who knows, or any neighbors who is having 10+2 standard. Once you can take their books and you can just refer it. Otherwise, you can buy it also, guys. Hardly it will cost you around 500, 600. It will cost you, not more than that. Isn't it? So some kind of a maths, 10+2 maths is going to be required actually, guys. If we have done basic maths in your 10+2 standard, that is sufficient to understand this data science course. Probability, I'll teach you guys. Statistics, basic statistics, I'll teach you. Linear algebra, I'm going to teach you. Calculus, I'm going to teach you. Okay. And for that, we also have some, as I told you, it's not RT Sharma. It is a normal, our state government. I call here, I was in Hyderabad, right? So I uses Telangana state textbooks. I'll use this actually. Okay. That is standard books which we can see that those are sufficient, or even you can buy RD Sharma books also. We can buy it actually. It is up to you, but whatever it is, 10+2 standard books are sufficient. Sorry, guys. Yeah. And apart from that, even I told you, don't worry. I'm going to also make you to do some certifications, free certifications actually. So there are going to be some foreign universities are there. So which are going to provide you some kind of an online courses that will be given provided. So we'll see. We are going to make you to do all that particular those training programs also. We can do it actually. Okay. So I'll share you those particular details. Not now. Once let me start the course. Before starting with I know at how many days it required. So just before starting with the data science course, my main machine learning course, I'll tell you how much time it is required. 1 week is sufficient. If you spend 1 week of time, you can get the certification and you can understand it. It's purely video training only. There are not instructor-led trainings. There is going to be some assignments will be there. You have to complete those particular assignments. You will be getting a certification program also. Okay. So all of you can do those kind of a programs. I'll tell you what level it is required. You can study all those things from that particular one. Right. So you don't worry, guys. I'm having a lot of resources. One is I shown you, Syed is I have shown you. Apart from that, I also shown I'm going to use a Math is Fun. I'm going to be using mathisfun.com. So I'm going to be using this. And obviously, we know that Khan Academies. If you want some more and more explanation video level, so we are having the Khan Academy is going to be there. So you can use the Khan Academy videos also. We can use it. Why? Because all these we are going to be having mostly related to the maths and all these things. You will be having all the concepts what we are having: linear algebra, statistics and probability, calculus. Okay. All these things we can learn it from here as part of the Khan Academy also. We can do that. Okay. So we uses all the resources, but 20% you have to contribute, 20-25%. You guys also has to contribute to that. Okay. So these you have to learn by yourself. I'll give you the outline. I'm going to give you the higher level information. I don't say that you learn probability from the website. I'll teach you some extent. Remaining, if you want to learn more and more deep about that, either you can go to the textbooks and learn. Otherwise, we have the online resources, whatever we have it actually. Okay, fine. So anyhow, yeah, just give me a question. Just give me a time. Right. We'll do that, guys. Don't worry about that. Okay, fine. So once again, we'll come back to the application. So why the machine learning has been became popular in the after 2010s, after 2010, it has been here is mainly two reasons. One is going to be powerful machine learning algorithms. And how the powerful machine learning algorithms are possible? It is due to the computing power. Why? Because these algorithms are going to be highly computational. That means more and more, it's going to be more and more computations, more and more calculations are required. More and more calculations are going to be required. So if I want to do more and more calculation, if we have a very low capability or low computing system is there, it will take some hours of time to perform this operations. But computing power has been drastically increased. You know that how fast the systems are becoming. So I told you, no, it is not 50 years back, 60 years back. You can say that 10 years back, 15 years back, how the computers was there. Hardly guess. 15 years back computer, you can easily compare with the latest computer. It will be almost 10 to 20 times better than. Computing power has been increased by 10 to 20 times. Even why do you discuss actually, guys? Just an example. You can talk about processors. So how the processors has been got increased. So now it is going to be minimum. Previously, it is going to be 2 cores and 4 cores. Hardly 2 and 4 cores only we used to have it actually. Now minimum you are getting 8 cores actually. Yes. Minimum 8 cores we are getting it actually. More and more cores, more and more, we can say that performance will be faster. Parallelism will be there. At a time, multitasking, mainly multitasking systems actually, guys, isn't it? Multitasking systems. At a time, you can perform multiple operations. Old systems are not like that. Old systems are not like that. If one task is performing, the other task, we are unable to do that actually. It used to be taking a lot of time. But now at a time, you can do multiple tasking. Multiple tasks you can perform at the same time actually. So how, whenever we restart the computer, previously how much time it used to take? So if we have any problem in the if your system hangs up, if you restart the computer, it used to say, so please wait for 10 minutes, my system is restarting. But now it is not just even taking 10 seconds of time to restart the computer. Really technology, hardware, all the things has been contributed, guys. So there are a lot of contribution. Today, the technology has been this much, it has been improved means it is not only by a specific group of people, it is contributed across by multiple experts. So hardware engineers are there. If hardware was not improved, if your computing power is mainly CPU, your CPU, RAM, storage, if they are not improved, we are not able to develop advanced softwares. So now today we are able to run advanced software means hardware is also improved. If hardware was old technology, still it is in 2000s only, we cannot run the advanced softwares and all these things. We are unable to do it actually. Okay. Yes. Yeah. So this is going to be what we are going to be talking about. That. So mainly two reasons. One is the computing power and machine learning algorithms. Both are interrelated. Due to the computing power increase, we are able to develop the machine learning algorithms. So these machine learning algorithms are really due to the computing power. Really, ML algorithms also requires a computing power. So really, these are the two reasons why the machine learning or this data science has been become a popular is mainly two reasons. Your complex, powerful machine learning algorithms and high computing systems are able to be done it actually. The computing power of the systems also is very high. As I told you, some kind of a GPUs, TPUs nowadays, we are using it actually. Hardware accelerators. Our computers comes only with CPUs, but in real time, GPUs, TPUs you can use to improve the performance actually. So this is going to be my just a small technical discussion. Today we've done a little bit technical discussion about that, like why the algorithms, what kind of an algorithms, what is the math behind them, what we have to learn, etc., etc. We have been got discussed. Okay. So that's it for the today's class, guys. I'll take some questions if we have, because 5 minutes time is there. So just before going to that, okay, somebody has been asking about the course. I'll show you the course curriculum also. I think yesterday I already shared you. Once again, if anybody has been there, just give me a second. Just give me a second, guys. I will share you those details also so that everybody can also have the access about that. I will open that. I'll just share you. Just give me a second. Right. So again, once again, I'm sharing the details actually, guys, which is going to be full stack data science. .xlsx file I have been given you. I have shared it with everyone. If you want, you can just download it actually, guys. Okay. Let me open and somebody asked me to explain. So this is going to be our total course curriculum actually, guys. So if you see the duration, the first page, if we can see, just I have given the topics actually, guys. These topics will keep on changes, guys. Actually, we'll add up some new topics. We'll remove some existing topics, which we feel that they are not necessary. So don't worry about it. I'm not saying that I'll remove some topics which are having less improvement, or some old topics which has been replaced by new topics. So I will avoid the old topics and directly will go to the new topics. So these are going to be the main topics what we are having it actually, guys. And this is an approximation time. We are not at a corporate level. In corporate level, 10 days means it must be completed within 10 days at any cost. So we should not do any extra. We'll give a course content topic to topic. Only that topics only we discuss. If any other topics comes, we don't discuss it, because the time is very correct. The time is going to be the main important there, because they pay everything in hours and days. So that's why if they say 10 days budget means 10 days only, we cannot extend it to another one more day also. But here it is not like that. This is only just an approximation days only. So first we'll start with some core Python topics, guys. After that, these are some prerequisites to our data science: NumPy, Pandas, visualization, machine learning, R, deep learning. So we are also having a concept of R language. 1 week we are going to learn this R language. Deep learning we are going to learn. Main two time-taking topics are these two actually, guys. Machine learning and deep learning, what we are going to be learning. Even NLP also. And Plotly and the dash, we are removing this. Actually, we are going to remove this Plotly and the dash. That does not have that much importance. Otherwise, we'll make it only for, instead of taking 7 days, we'll take only for 2 days. We'll decrease it. Hadoop and Spark is also there. We have increased the time actually, guys. Finally, the same time will be there, guys. Only thing is here it is 7 days will become 2 days. That 5 days will be added here now. So Hadoop and Spark, we are going to be adding that extra one more 2 days here, 2 days there. We are going to add it actually. So chatbots development, yesterday also I have been explained. So chatbots we are going to develop, and we are going to be using some kind of an Azure ML. We are going to use Power BI and all these things we are going to be. These are going to be the topic wise actually, guys. Every day-to-day topic we are going to be discussing here now. So in core Python, what we discuss: Python introduction, operators, sequences, OOPS concept, list methods, sets, dictionaries, Python IDEs, okay, conditional control statements, string classes, functions, and iterables. Slightly they will changes here and there, it will changes. And this is about the NumPy library. So in NumPy, what we are going to learn, in Pandas, what we are going to learn, in visualization, what we are going to learn. Apart from that, main important is this one actually, guys, machine learning. So I told you, like what is machine learning? Okay, what is going to be the different algorithms we are going to be using? What are classification algorithms? What are going to be regression algorithms? Okay, and apart from that, what is clustering algorithms we are going to be having? All these things we are going to be working with that. These are all case studies will be there actually, guys. For every algorithm, there is a case study will be there. Okay, so these are going to be some of the case studies what we are going to be doing it actually. And one of the most important is these last topics are most important actually, guys. Whatever I highlighted here, that is most important topics. Here it says only 4 days, but it is not going to be done in a 4 days actually, guys, because you are all learners. So I cannot spend like in presentations, running a presentations and just giving the code. I cannot do that. So it will take more than 1 week of time. It will take it. Here we'll say it is 4 days only, but it will take more time. Here also it will take 2 days of time. This take 2 days. This will also take 2 days of time. We are going to be taking it actually. So what we are going to learn in R language, what we are going to learn in deep learning. So very interesting topic actually, guys. Deep learning is really interesting. I also enjoy teaching those particular classes because it's like a magic. Something like a magic, it will works. We don't know what will happen internally, but something is going to come. Very effective results will be coming actually. Very efficient results will be coming. So this is also going to be some time taking process. Almost all more than 1 month. Almost all more than 1 month it will take. So 22 days, it is working days. It will be almost 1 month of time. So we are going to learn about NLP, Plotly and the dashboard. I told we are going to decrease it. Yeah, hello. Anyone, guys? Any questions? Right. So please unmute yourself. If you have any questions, you can unmute yourself. Otherwise, just put it in your mute actually, guys. And here in big data system also, we are going to be learning, like we are going to learn Spark. We are going to increase this time actually. It's not 2 days is not sufficient. So we given only Spark 2 days, but that is not sufficient. It will take 1 week, at least 1 week will take it actually. So how to develop the chatbots? We are going to understand the chatbot architectures, how to develop the chatbot using Python, how to test it, and how to deploy the developing chatbots by using cloud services also we'll see. And apart from that, some kind of an Azure APIs are there. Some of the Azure applications we'll see. And apart from that, which is going to be Power BI. I say 4 days, but actually it will take 1 week of time. It will take 1 week of time. It will take it. Okay. Recently only have taken at least minimum 7 days is required actually, guys. Okay. So this is going to be about the course curriculum. So I told you, so this is going to be the course curriculum, what you can take it. So these are all day-to-day topics and like how many examples we do it. We just given as a standard numbers, but we don't follow anything actually, guys. Obviously, it will be more than this only. We don't say that we'll do only 2 examples here, 2 examples here, 2 examples here. We don't do like that. Just an example we have been given, but we are going to be giving more and more only. We are going to be working with that. Okay. So these are all some concepts, internal concepts of what each and every subtopic we are going to be gets learning about that actually. Okay, fine. No, it is actually, see, it's a, just please give me 1 more day of time. You will understand it. Actually, okay, just for a small clarification, I'll tell you. So I think, hope you can understand it. So many people think that AI, what is AI? What is machine learning? Sir, what you are going to teach, or you're not going to teach AI? What exactly here is to make you understand, you can understand this actually, guys. This is AI. Inside the AI, we are going to be having ML. Inside the ML, we are learning DL. So if you are learning, all these are part of your AI concepts only, guys. DL and ML is going to be, all of them are part of your AI. In deep learning, we have neural networks. In machine learning, we are going to be having, even machine learning, neural networks are same only. But the method, the process they will do is something different actually. So if you are learning ML means you are learning AI. If you are learning DL means you are learning AI. All these are part of your AI only. So AI and ML is not the same, but ML is a part of your AI. That is what exactly we can talk about that. Okay. So that's why a little bit different opinions will have. Just if you want, you can just check it out. So what is the difference between AI versus which is going to be ML? For example, if I talk now itself we can't understand it. So just I'll show you an image only so that you can understand it actually. So this is what is artificial intelligence. Just if you can see that actually. So leave that artificial intelligence. So machine learning, a subset of AI. Deep learning, a subset of machine learning. What is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence, nothing but we are generating some systems which can behave like just like a humans. That is AI definition. So any technique that enables the computer to mimic human intelligence using some logic, if then rules, decision trees, machine learning, including deep learning. So whatever we are learning, all of them are part of our AI concepts only. So any definition you see, the same concept, the same definition. See this artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is nothing but the techniques which enables the machines to behave like a human, mimic human behavior. Then what is machine learning? A subset of AI. What is deep learning? Which is a subset of ML actually. So we are learning AI, we are learning AI only. But so many people think that they are saying that, sir, we are not learning AI, but whatever we are learning is all the part of your AI concepts only we are going to learn it. Okay, fine actually, guys. So that's it for the today's class, guys. So I don't want to put more on that. And somebody is asking like when the main course will start. So 3-4 days demos will be completed, guys. Then I'll start with the main course curriculum. I'll start with the Python initially, Python, because some Python is going to be required. I don't know how much extent you have been learned Python, but whatever the extent that is required, I'm going to teach you as part of my course curriculum. That is only 2 weeks of time. After that, we'll move towards the NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib. All these are my expertise only. After that, I'll start with the machine learning concepts actually. Okay. Yes, Hemant, Python basics will be explained in the class. No. Advanced is not required. So I told like if in my classes, core Python is going to be taught actually, guys. Core Python, I'm going to teach you. If you want to become a Python expert, we are going to give you an access to we are going to provide you free videos. We are going to provide you. So there are going to be some free videos of around 170 videos are there. where you can learn everything. The complete advanced Python, you can learn from that. Advanced Python, if it's not required for our data science, but if you want to learn a little bit more and more advanced Python, then you can learn it from the free videos of 170 videos. We'll give it at a free of cost. Okay, once you registered for this course, they will give the access to the free videos. You can access those particular videos and you can learn Python. If you don't require, just you can leave it. You can stop with the core Python, what I discuss about that. That is sufficient with our class. Okay, fine. Yes, we are going to get a course completion certificate from DURGASOFT. It is going to be course completion certificate will be given actually, guys. Okay, so this is going to be, and almost every week I will be conducting some topic to topic. I'll conduct an assessments. There is a Google form will be there. We'll be having a Google Forms will be there. So we'll be sharing the Google Forms, and using that particular forms, you can just submit your assessments will be given. Just give me a second. I'll show you once. Generally, these are the questions like MCQ questions, some coding based questions will be there. So which you have to study them actually. So just a second, just give me a second. Right. So like this actually, guys, they will submit it like this. They will be submitting like this actually. So just an example I'm showing you. So these are the ways the people are going to be submit that particular one. So it is going to be something like MCQs only. Some kind of coding questions also will be there sometimes. So initially, this is my first example. That's why I don't give that much. So later we are going to be having a more and more. You will be having it actually. So in this, we have only these many. So we'll add up. Like I'll add the forms already there are there. So here almost all we are having somewhere around. So 15 questions have been given in the second exam. So like that. So second assessment. So these are the responses. So how many people has got maximum marks? So out of 15, 2 people has got 14 marks total. These are all the distributions, like how we can see it actually. So you have to prepare well actually, guys. Every week we'll be conducting like a topic to topic. So once a topic is completed, we'll have an assessment for that. Okay. So based on that, we don't give any gradings and rankings here. It is only just for your evaluation, how much level you are studying. So where you are basically, we are having a lagging there. So which skills you have to improve more so that you can get some clarity so that you can improve. I can help you. It is only optional because I cannot ask everybody to attend the exam in account because some people are working, they don't have a time. So I'll do, that's why what I will do is during the class timing only I'll conduct it. I don't give them and I ask them to submit me. Some people will submit, some people won't submit it. So in the class only, maybe on Saturdays at the end of the time, if they're 15 minutes before, I'll just stop the session and I'll give you this particular assessments. Okay. So that's it for the today's class, guys. So we'll still discuss some more topics in the coming classes. Maximum 1 or 2 classes. I'll take another demo classes and stop. Once if you got some clarification, once you got all your questions has been clarified, then I can start with our regular classes. I'll start with them. Okay. So thanks for today, guys. Yeah, I told you, we'll be getting a course completion certificate from DURGASOFT. Okay, fine. That's it for the today's class, guys. Yes, placement assistance will be obviously, that means we don't give any placement guarantee, but we'll give the placement assistance from my side. We don't have any dedicated team for that, but I will be whatever the topics you require, whatever the resumes, or it may be some FAQs, or everything is available online actually, guys. See what FAQs are there, everything is going to be available online. Even resumes, everything. Nowadays, nobody requires a resume. So ask a ChatGPT. So develop, there are so many AI-based the resume building AS has been there actually, guys. You give them, it is going to be supported actually, isn't it? Yes, everything has been become online. So whatever the help you required from my side, whatever the help you required, I'm going to be, I can just deliver thing. Okay. So everything will be supported from my side. There is nothing to worry about that. We'll have a group, a dedicated group will be created for us. And you can chat, you can discuss all your issues. If you have anything or anything, any suggestions or issues, you can just discuss about that. Okay, fine, guys. So that's it for the today's class, guys. So just for today, I'll stop it here. And I'll see you tomorrow at the same time and with the same link, guys. Okay. Thank all of you guys. Thanks to all of you guys and have a nice day. So thank you, guys. I'm just stopping the session, guys. The session will be ending. We'll meet up tomorrow. Thanks all of you guys.